All right, what am I doing here? Let's do a little sound check. Coin looks good. Background music looks good. Audio looks good. Bless me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up in a couple of channels. I'm actually gonna throw this one off of Webi. Is there a guilty emoji? Let's see. I need the guilty emoji. No, those are not emojis. I think that's the one for me. Let me post this in the live streams channel. Okay. Oh, finally. Boom. All right. Well, hello, and welcome back, everybody. It has been a long time since I've done a project stream, at least a few weeks. I think maybe longer than that. At least, but before we do, we're gonna pop a top, my friends. But let's not let that top go to waste. No, we're gonna pour it straight into our so delicious styrofoam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it goes. There it goes. It's actually a little tricksy to do. I was afraid I might spill. But I do it for the fans. Well, and mostly myself. Since I'm mostly on here talking to myself. But okay. I have got a whole bunch of PRs that I need to address and issues. All right, last week. Let's see. Hey. Some distros add that to the path. Others don't. However, it's extremely difficult to reliably detect that it is set correctly and actually working in the current environment. It's also difficult to get that working cross-platform. The trade-off is that sometimes for some distros or environments, This is the receive a message once. At least once. Problem. On delivery and not processing. Message queue, concurrency. Let's see. This is... Okay. Whoops. Oh no! What? Do we have some sort of glitch? I don't know what happened there, but for a second, everything pegged. I don't know what's going on. I got something's messing up. What's eating up my CPU time? Or GPU time? CPU just had, across all cores, a super duper spike. I do not see it represented generally. Everything looks good. I think that... I'm going to call that a fluke. Let's see. Okay. Or that it is correctly set. I definitely agree that it would be a nicer aesthetic to have the path entry guaranteed to be only once. More people to have it guaranteed to be in there at least once. Main thing is that it just works. That all said, if you've got ideas for how to change the detection to be reliable, and diverse, I really would love to get that implemented. Temporarily. All right, cool. There's my treatise on duplicates. I'm going to close this out. But please continue the discussion and feel free to reopen if you've got I'm going to wait a day on that. I'm not going to close it out today. Because I don't want... Sometimes when people see something in their email and then it says closed, like I don't want to give the impression that I don't want to work on this. I do want to work on this. Oh, weird. It's the Bluetooth. Oh, interesting. Uh-oh, this is not going to work out well. Okay, so it's something with my keyboard and the Bluetooth. It's weird how stuff like that happens. So I pressed the volume button on my keyboard, and it caused the whole system to just completely freeze up. CPU pegs at 100%. You know, it's dropping frames like crazy. It's because I hit the volume button on my keyboard. I don't know why that should do that, but it did. And hey, everybody, how's it going? Okay, so that one is, I'm going to go with can't fix and help wanted. Possible bug and sync thing. Okay, so this one, I don't want to take that on right now. Bug. This looks like... Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. All right, so this one, I can take a look at this. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a rabbit hole I don't think I want to go down right now. Okay, but let's see. What was it saying? So it's detecting PPC. Still. PPC 64 LE. Okay. PPC 64, PP64 LE. All right, so I think... I think this will be pretty easy to solve. I should go through the PRs first because that's people that have actually done work. But the PRs are a little bit intimidating because it takes more effort to review them. So I'm going to instead do what I'm doing, which is start with the issues, because the issues, I could just get a better sense of accomplishment to get that momentum going. PPC. All right, detect. All right, I think what we need to do here is just add this, because it looks like it's just hard. Okay, so we're just arch, arm V8, arm 8, arm V8. Okay. PPC LE. And then what we'll do, if we find that PPC64 can run LE binaries, then we can swap that around later. Okay, releases, normalize. And this is the first time we've had this, so arch map. Okay, this is terrible. I can't believe I used to write code like this. Except that I can, because this is how most people write their code. Look at how horrendous this is. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, let's fix this up a bit. So reg key of arches. Also, we didn't always have of arches.sum. Okay. And then return true is the same as break. And then we can do let here. Let arch. So let's do let name equals one of these. That makes that easier. I don't know why there's an and reg key here. I think that needs to be like this. Oh! There we go. Okay, this would be RE arch equals arch map. I might want to rename that to RE arch map. Okay, so I think that should be fine there. And reg key. Wait, hold on. Let's back this up. So what was this saying? This was saying if there's a match, then return reg key. Reg key will always exist. So if the string matches the regular expression, then the arch is the reg key. So where was arches? Arches is right here. Arches map. Now this is an array. This is one of those things where I could get myself in trouble. Okay, I think that's good. Y'all help me out here. Does this read well? So if the arch isn't specified, then for arch of the arches array, but let's just look at that again. Maps arches. And then I don't know why. Where's arm6 at? Okay, so we're going to get the name of the file is either going to be the name or the download. And the download URL might have information anywhere in the URL. And if the name matches the architecture, and the architecture is structured in a particular order on purpose so that it will be less ambiguous, so then it is arch, and then rel.arch equals arch. Okay. Cool. And then if there's not arch, and the OS is Mac OS, then do AMD 64. That's fair, because that will work even on M1. Okay, so I think that's good. So, all right, where were we at? We were just in, we did normalize, we did UA detect. I just want to check and see what this is about. PPC, arches, OSs. Oh, this one is just to get all of it. Okay, so this is just to say that it's available for everything. We're just going over all of it, right? Yeah. Okay. And we got to figure out a solution for the BSDs. Does anybody who's using BSD? Because I need some help with that. Okay, this almost looks like it's identical. It looks like the only thing that really needed mapping there was x64. Which we could probably... Node was one of the first ones I did. In fact, I think Node was the first one I did. Node was the inspiration for this project. And so there's actually more old cruft there than anywhere else. But I would love to... I've talked about this before. I would love to do webinstall.dev v2 and the main thing that I need is generative heuristics. That's probably the wrong term. Heuristics to generate the install files. So I want to say, okay, give me a URL that has downloads associated with it. And then I'm going to take that URL, figure out what information is present or isn't present, zip file, whatever. And then I'm going to generate an install script that has all the helper functions already in it. So the install script already has the stuff that is in, let's see. Good job. And I'd also like Webi to be more offline first, if that can make any sense. One of the important qualities of Webi is that it fetches stuff from the internet, but I'd also like it to do better at local switching without the internet. I think that's totally possible. It's just, there's some stuff that's a little tricksy. What was I actually looking for there? Okay. Git switch -c fix pp64 le. And I have to do the quotes around the asterisks because Git has its own wildcard parser because it works on Windows and Windows doesn't use wildcards. But also, when the shell follows the symlinks, it arrives at the same file and then it gets confused because it says this thing's behind a symlink and it doesn't work even though it should. PPC64LE, sort PPC64LE, the more specific before the less specific PPC64 to match first. Okay, and I'm actually totally fine with putting this into hotfixes because it's not going to break anything. Actually, let me get out of there. This is additive. Okay, and this is going to be a recent one. And then I'm going to do these two here. Okay, why is it telling me that the YouTube's not connected? Let me refresh here. Is YouTube not connected? Am I not on YouTube right now? This streaming stuff is hard. It is not a simple problem. Okay, I am live on YouTube, and boy, do I have a wonderful thumbnail. Okay. Oh, and then David asks, I'm not aware, or no, sorry, that's my response. David asks, paying for ChatGPT, and in response to what I said the other day, have you considered more code-focused alternatives like Copilot? And my answer is I'm not aware of how to use them in my workflow, but I'm open to it. It's all the same company, Microsoft, and same tech, GPT, under the hood. I have considered using the GPT API to make my own my own personally trained GPT from my own code style. Because that's actually not that hard. Oh, good. Ryan popped up and approved this. Good. This, I think, would actually be easier to view side by side. Let me split this. Because I want to be darn sure that I don't make a mistake here. So we're going to go from most specific at the top to least specific at the bottom. We're going to find the match. If we find the match, we're going to break. We're not going to continue to match. Another safeguard that we could have on this, which I actually think I will implement, is... Yeah, I actually like having this one better, just as a safeguard. If we split it, so we put this on the inside. So it'd always run the loop at least once. Also, this is a little bit confusing because did I not adjust the arches? I don't see... Releases. Okay, this appears as though it's missing a vital change. We put the test in UA detect. Oh, it's the UA detection that was wrong. That's what was borked, was the UA detection. So it was doing the matching correctly. So technically, this should be a separate commit. In fact, I think I will make it such. So we're going to take this back. And we're going to give that... All right, and then for the normalizer, that could be a little confusing, though. The logic on that seems a little bit awkward. I'm wondering if there's a better way for me to do that. I mean, this is right. It's right the way that I have it. So let's let that be. All right, this one's a minor ref. Improve readability of arch sort. Okay, there we go. So we'll put that in 2 commits. Because this one is not strictly necessary, whereas the other one is. That's the money right there. And actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this again. Very, very atomic commits, y'all. Waste of time, but I'm going to do it. Okay, fix PPC 64LE. Okay. There we go. Okay, so not to be a total moron, let me just go ahead and make sure that this still works. Oh, and by the way, I was showing a token here. That token's a test token, so just FYI. I'm not exposing a real token to the world. Okay, and then... this is probably just going to tell me it's already installed. Yeah. Let me get rid of it. I mean, I don't have a PPLE64 system to test with, but what I do need to make sure of is that nothing that is working breaks. So, there we go. Let's just make sure that some stuff that has been working continues to work. Okay. What else? I mean, I think that's good enough. I feel pretty darn good about this. Ryan doesn't always... well, I don't know if he takes a careful eye to things, because a lot of this stuff... it takes some brain power to look at the two and be like, oh, is this doing the same thing? This one's very easy to read. It's very easy to understand what it does. This one is a little more difficult. But anyway... you know, the person who brings it in, it's primarily their responsibility to make sure that it works. I feel like this is a small enough change. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to go ahead and push that. That went through. And then I'm going to go ahead on the prod system and then pull it down. So... and then this does require a restart. Because of the way it changes the UA detection. Now, the beta environment is always restarting anytime there's a change. So, but the production environment, it does give it, you know, a second of downtime. But let's go back to the production environment real quick. Webinstall.dev. Canines. Okay. Go ahead and grab the script. I guess we could just do webi.sh. See that we can grab the script. There we go. What else? So that was good. So this is now fixed by this one. Okay, that one I can't work through right now. That one would be interesting to see. I think that this guy actually put the PR in. Let's look for that one. Okay. And I want to just double check how rclone works on Windows. Let me grab my Windows system. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this to beta, and then we'll check that it works on Windows on beta. So we have a Webi review, and then I just put in the person's mabob here, and then fix rclone Windows. And then let's go ahead and rebase main. And then let's go ahead and do that force push. Okay. And then I'm going to go, we're on the right branch, so I'm just going to check it out on my Windows Lappy Topi. Oh, and she boots. Maybe. Find out momentarily. And I can never remember what my password is on this thing. It's my old password. I had the same password for probably over a decade. Now I've updated most, if not all, of the systems that I had that password on, but it's mostly for my local computers, my laptops and such. But this one still has the old one because I don't believe that the Windows computer has any security on it, and I don't really care if it gets my old password. Okay, so curl beta.webinstall.dev/rclone pipe to PowerShell. Let's see if this works. Oh, and I keep on forgetting that when we do the webinstall.dev, we have to have the -ams. Okay, looks like it's downloading. It's installing. It's done. Okay, cool. So this worked. So I'm just going to respond with worked like a charm. Thank you so much. Sorry for the wait. Okay, so git switch main, git rebase, fix rclone, git push. Oh, I didn't approve it. I need to approve it. And then let me go find, I have a message I like to send to people. I always tell everybody that I will buy them lunch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say thanks at Tringle. I apologize for the long wait, but you know how life goes. No. But this worked like a charm. Thank you so much for doing the work to test this and correct it. I really do wish I could have whatever. Wishes and fishes. Okay. If you create and drop a Dash wallet address here or DM me, I'll be more than happy to send a tip / buy you lunch. There we go. Approved. Alright, so now that it's approved, I should be able to push it. I can push it. I'm going to pull it on the other side, and this doesn't require a restart because there's no JavaScript changes. In some ways, PHP had an advantage there, because every single time a script ran, it ran from, well, it was a script. It ran from start to finish. For that reason, I do think that a future of running Webi on Bun would be a good future. I wonder what would happen. Let's see. Do. What is it? Is it Jared Summers? Nope. Fun. Jared Twitter. I think he ditched Twitter, which would make me sad. Let's see. No, he did not. All right, here we go. I'm just going to tweet at this guy real quick. Let's see here. Hey. I saw a tweet or something mentioning that Bun will have live reload or hot module loading for production servers or something like that. That could come in really handy for webinstall.dev when we deploy minor updates to release handling. DM me? Let's see. Let me see if his DMs are open. Maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was somebody else. Alright, DMs. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna look for him again real quick. I'm just. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this over here on the other screen. Sorry, my bad. Let's bring this up over here. Okay, so. Okay, I am gonna respond to that. That'd be cool. 105. Shouldn't reloading backend code shouldn't okay. Okay, so that was the one. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right, I'm going to get out of that. But I think having the conversation, it would be so cool if we could have production run on Bun. Okay, so that one's done. That one's done. You know, if I see comment to that, I do need to just check in these old ones. Do we have any new comments? Did we just broken PR? Okay, I think we got Vim Airline in, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's just go from the bottom to the top. All right, so this one just needs documentation. That's it. Let's take a look at this one. Well, it's been a year. Bless me. Add Husky to the repo. That one. See, there are some things. This does remind me there are some things that we should do. Does this actually have a shell check? This does have a shell check. Okay, lint. This has got good stuff in here. What prevented this? Do we have conversation? Is this reference to something else? This was something that I wanted to do. It looks like it was done reasonably well. What prevented this? Did I just not see it? That one doesn't look right. Or maybe it does. I would prefer, I hate to say this, because I like local tools. But let's go through this one, and let's get this updated to do... Oh man, I wish I had documentation on Husky. I need to create some documentation on Husky. I don't think that... Do we have to have it as a dependency? I think we do. Because though I tried using Husky from NPX. Let's see, Husky NPX. I don't like adding dependencies, obviously. That's... I would like to just try this again and see if this works now. But in any case, I do have a few examples of other projects that I've recently added GitHub workflows to. Let me go ahead and sign in to Bliss here. Whoops, unexpected error. Why? I'm going to locally go into my config. That's weird. Oh, whoops, there we go. That's... Alright, I'm going to bring this back over here now. Okay, so I need to just start a document here on... Well, I'm just going to make sure that in my other tab, Bliss is up to date. Let me just refresh. Refresh. Okay. Just want to make perfectly sure that everything is in sync before I start editing anything new. So this looks like today here was this one. Okay. So add linting node with GitHub actions / hooks. And then I'm just going to paste in the YAML file because I have this for PaperOS. We just added this recently. So if we go to PaperOS server, not git deploy, .github, workflows, Node.js. So if I copy this, just making my notes here. And this is pretty much it. There's a couple things we don't need. Okay. This shows an example using a third-party NPM registry for one package. All right. So let me go down. I basically... From the project directory, create this, touch that, the name node.js.yaml is arbitrary. Each workflow runs based on matching criteria. Okay. So let's go ahead and add this if we haven't added it already. And then we will do some of the touch up here. Whoop! Set paste. There we go, that's a little better. And I don't actually need this. So we're just going to get rid of all of that. That's part of this run. Okay. Run fumped, run CI, run lint, run test. And let's see. Oh, whoops, there we are. So I do have this style the way that I like it. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my documentation as well. So you do, when you're in the project, actually, let me see if I've got this here. So you do npm config. Do I have any npm config that I've done on this one? No? Let me check on my other system now. I'm going to go check at JavaScript with types. Let's go to, whoops, that is that. JSWT. I know that I have this set. The scripts for this are in here. So what I want to search for is npm config set. Seriously? Do I not actually run the npm command? I just do it in the JSON? npx npm. Oh, there we go. npm package set. Okay. So I do want to add this. So I'm going to do it like this. Set prettier equals npx-p prettier at 3.x. So let me go ahead and just, because I'm gonna do this in multiple projects in the future, so I'm just taking the time to get it right. All right, let's go ahead and set that up for this one. And then we'll do the same thing for this one. So npm pkg set scripts dot schwampt equals this. Npm Fumped. Scripts.fumped equals npm run prettier npm. I think that works on Windows too. But we could do that. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can try on my Windows computer here. Let me try dir semicolon dir. Says not found. Let me try dir and dir. Okay, that looks like that works. All right, so the way that we should do this then is indeed with the ampersand. Unless there's another way to run it on Windows. Windows command.exe run on single line. Run multiple commands. One line. You know what? That's a better question for GPT probably. Yeah, the ampersand is the way to go. Because if one fails, we don't need to run the other. I guess that's fine. Okay, and then lint. Let's see. So we got prettier. We got schfumped. Then what do we have? We have lint. I think that's pretty fair. PKG, whoops, npm package set scripts.jshint equals. And we're up to TypeScript 5 now. Note the is used instead of also works on Windows. Someday Vermont will have decent cellular. Nope. It's not going to happen. Too cold. Too cold. Are your nose hairs freezing together yet, David? Okay. All right, is there anything else that needs to be here? Oh, and then test. What was that one called? Zora? Heard about Zod recently. Oh, crap. Do I have next week? Thursday? When's the Stack.js meetup happening? What are we doing? All right. So for this one, I think we just do node, test, tests, something like that. Do we have some tests in here? Let's see. Cool. All right, so for this one, we do have a test that is actually running, so that's good. I'm a little bit afraid. Let's see, do we have any star.js? No, we don't. All right, so that's set. And then with this one, the way that we need it is actually just like this, though I think that the normal case is the way that it's described there. So here are, oh, whoops. Do we not have FD? How can it be? There we go. And are there any where this is too deep? npm scripts install Webi. npm lib. What is that npm for? Is that actually being used anywhere? Oh! Oh, we have an npm package. Right. Okay. And I don't think that we have types in this project. We've got JS hint. Do we have JS config? No, we do not. I would like to add that, but I'm not ready to... Let's see. Let me go find another project where I have that. It's a recent project. I'll go into one of the Dash projects. You're in the 50s today. Hey, so are we, I think. Oh, last night only got down to 64, it looks like. Nope. It got down to 43. Just the shed kept its warmth. So it's not a biting cold. Or rather, not a permeating cold. Okay. which is one that I worked on most recently. I think it was either dash TX or dash keys. Let's just go into one of these and then check the JS config. Nope. JS config. Really? That seems odd. I don't have JS config. That can't be right. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. This makes more sense. Okay. So let's just go into dash HD is a good one. That one's pretty involved. We've got our npm ignore. We've got our prettier ignore. What's prettier ignore doing? I definitely do want to have a prettier ignore in here. Mo lenting, mo beta. Just gonna check out a couple of these. I can 39 last night. I can barely pull 100k over 5 bars of LTE in Virgins. I'm tethered though, so that may be the problem. Yeah, the tethering always I don't know how they detect, because it seems like the phone should just technically, from the phone perspective, it doesn't seem like tethering should have anything to do with the network. The network doesn't know whether it's a web browser or whether it's your laptop, right? But somehow they make the network know, and that probably has to do with some sort of FTC regulation or some such of, you know, a relay device, or who knows. I'm imagining that it wasn't purely the profit-driven approach, but that there was probably some actual regulation that made that take place in that way. But yes, tethering seems to be much slower. And another thing that's weird, I don't know, I think that tethering actually counts against my data plan on my phone. But it lists tethering separately. So it looks like, oh, you've got 3 gigs of data and 2 gigs of tethering. Great. Got a total of 5 gigs. No. I've got 3 gigs of data, 2 of which can be tethered. And let's see, I need to, well, that's going to happen regardless. I'm going to run out of my 3 gigabytes. And instead of getting an overage, I'm just going to be throttled down to 256K. Which should be enough for most things, I would think. Maybe not a 4K movie, but YouTube on my phone, shouldn't that be enough for that? It should be more than enough for the audio. Okay. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing here. So I wanted to add the prettier ignore. I was looking at, just in general, what I have here. I don't know why this has an npm ignore. I think that was added by npm. I don't think I added. Oh, this project is older, so it's got some stuff in here that I have no idea what it is. I could probably get rid of that. All right. So npm ignore prettier RC. Let's see what my prettier RC looks like here. Trailing comma, all, tab width 2, single quote, true. That was a mistake. Bracket spacing, true. Prose wrap, always. Semi, true. And these should actually be in here alphabetically. I would love to turn the single quote off. Originally, I had single quote on because I don't have to hit shift to do a single quote. But now that it's part of the format tool, I don't have to worry about that. And double quotes are easier to read, therefore. I should do tab width equals 3 just to be that guy. You all know the guy who I am talking about. Okay, and then print width 80. I think that a few of these are the defaults anyway, but it's nice to have them explicit. And I'm going to go ahead and move this around. I don't remember what bracket spacing is. Semi. Okay, what else? JS config, I added that myself. Uh-oh, what happened? It locked up. Is it pasting that much? I don't think so. Apparently it is. Because it was processing it with the... There we go. That's better. Exclude node modules. Include... That doesn't look right. Uh-oh. Do we have tabs that got converted to spaces here? Is that what's going on? I think that's what happened. Alright, so I think what we've got is just **JS. Failed to parse buffer. Oh, that's right, because we need to do... Do we have fixed JSON installed here? I don't think we have fixed JSON installed. Let me do that. Fixed JSON. I need to do a Node Essentials package. This should follow very similarly to, let's see. Bun not having a REPL is a problem right now. And I'm actually going to label this as Hacktoberfest. Hacktoberfest accepted. No, it's just Hacktoberfest. First timers only. Okay. Well, Vim Essentials? No. So, let me see here. Where's the Vim Essentials? Vim Essentials. This would be super easy. The style, the example to use for this. Okay. The goal is to have a node essentials meta package similar to but using npm as the primary installer. This would be super easy just from looking at the example of Prettier and Vim Essentials. I'd debate whether or not TypeScript should be included since it's so large and heavy-handed, but I don't know of a better type checking tool at the moment. Okay, there we go. So there's that. Okay, let me check comments here. The web has become fat and not in a good way. Yeah, that's very true. Thankfully, we never hit data caps because there's no service anywhere in the state. I know a guy who left aligned all his C++ in college and then asked for help debugging. Debugging it, no new lines, no formatting of any sort. Crazy. So, I mean, programming languages are kind of done. And I don't mean that we're never going to have a new programming language. We've recently had Rust and Zig, and before that, Go. And all of these, well, I guess Rust may have started before Go, but nobody cared about it at all, even a little bit, until well after Go became popular. I know there's a few other ones. I think it's good that there are new languages, but what we really need to focus on is better tooling. And better needs to be in the style of Go and Bun and Rust and Zig. Where, well, somewhat Rust. Rust has a lot of good stuff, but Rust also has a lot of really bad stuff. Oh, I should have checked what version Node was right now. Oh well. Anyway, so I might make that. Ah! Oh, we never got the BLS one. So let's do npm. Do we have... We have JS hint. We have lint. npm run JS hint. I'm going to add the TypeScript one. Not with the belief that it's going to be immediately useful right now. I'm kind of surprised this adds these to the end rather than alphabetically sorting them. Kind of bugs me. L, MNOP, QRS, TUV, J would actually come first. TSC would come last, but I prefer that test come last. That one I'm going to fight the convention. See? Boom. Fighting the convention. Okay, JS hint. Bumped, lint, prettier. Really? Oh, there we go. I messed that one up. I had that on the wrong side. Did I do that anywhere else? I'm going to update my documentation for that. Which OC remix station? This is orchestral. We're doing orchestral today. Interesting. Okay, JS config would have to be excluded from prettier. And then I think that the latest version of shell check, or schwumpt, I mean, I think that they reverted that one problem that I had. Let's see. Schwumpt, what version are we at? 3.7 is already installed. 3.6 was my problem. Let's see. Modified. Because one of them they reverted back. Thank heavens. Wait, hold on. Compiler options. Okay, this actually should have passed. Alright, what? This is a JS file. So I'm going to go back on my prettier ignore and get rid of this one from the prettier ignore because it's a JavaScript file. JavaScript file should pass prettier. Unexpected token, line 2, column 20. Something oh, because it's yeah. It's more of a JSON 5 thing. Do we have let's see, how was I doing this over here? .json. Okay. All right, so I'm going to run npm run funct again. Let's see if it still gets upset about it. Oh, interesting. Should probably run Prettier 2 on this before I run Prettier 3 on this. Just as a matter of get it up to date with what it was already working with first. Git restore star.md. Right. And then star.js. Kind of surprised. Create a dash core any with reasonable defaults. Let me see what those might look like. I'd have to I'd have to go find okay. What would reasonable defaults look like? I probably have that in here. Let me do dash.com. Really? Oh, dash.example.com. Okay. Ugh, it's so big. Let's see, is there anything we can trim out of this? To accomplish the same manually. Okay, so it is probably whatever's in this repo. Test and reg test. What do I have from here? Okay, so I think, was it like assets? Would be relative to this page would be assets and then dash.example.conf. So that's its own thing that needs to be handled here. Whoa, what'd I do? Put my keys on the wrong, my fingers on the wrong keys. Oh. Okay. All right. So what I wanted to do here was do web install.dev slash, was that dash utils, dash core utils slash maybe assets. Nope. I forget how we, let me go here, go to GitHub. I forget how we do asset files. Okay. API releases. I always forget how it actually grabs the files. Let me go look at the Vim one. What would it be? Well, basically any of the Vim ones that have a config. So let's go to Vim Ale and look at the install for that. Oops, I meant to do VI. There we go. Packages. Okay, there we go. That's what it is. So this would be packages. Oops. All right. So one thing that I might want to fix in the future is make it so that that routes either way and have like a /assets or something. But I don't want to do that right now. This was not what I was intending to do. This is just, well, you know, in the course of duty, we find stuff, we fix it. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I definitely would like this to be able to be relative. And maybe it could be. Let's see. Let's try that. Prefer relative over absolute because of the way that things get hosted. Alright, and so we take that. We add that to it. Hey, it worked out. Okay, cool. So it is relative. And that'll work everywhere. Okay. Fix. Dash core utils. Add missing example block. Okay, git commit dash m. And this would be thumped. Sure, update prettier at update prettier config. Okay. Alright, so this is chore. Bumped. Thanks. Get back over here. Uh-oh. Oh no. Crapola. I just lost my my package.json. That's okay. I can recreate it. It wasn't that big of a deal. Did I lose anything else? I don't think so. Okay. And I've got it documented right here because I was going along as I was going along. So I think I will update to Prettier 3 now. Oh, whoops. That was wrong. Because I had the @ symbol in the wrong place on this one. I think I did that somewhere else too. I did that there. Okay, now this is good. Alright, let's try that again. Ah! That's not what I wanted. That's not what I meant. Oops. Huh. What is so different about this? I just decided, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. It changed the doc type in the HTML. Seems kind of weird. Those two make sense. That one I'm not so sure about. This one, sure, this makes good sense. Sure. All right, so I go ahead and do this, and we're going to make a PR out of this. And David, are you a reviewer? I think did we make you a reviewer on this? Because it would be great if you could do a review on this if you are. And if not, if you would like to be a reviewer, yeah, you are not a qualified reviewer, but if you'd like to be, it'd be great to have you. Successor to number Husky. Yeah, I could add you. Okay, I need to pull out my security key. Okay, I've added you. If you'd like to check your email, you should have a pending invite. Okay, successor. I've added you as an outside collaborator, not as a maintainer. But if you'd like to be a maintainer, you could definitely move up in the world. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's run npm run lint. Okay, let's get the lint. Let me get the rest of these actions updated. So let's make sure that these are updated. Okay, we've got that one. What else we got? Let's set all these. And then NPM lint. Okay, so NPM lint is there. And then this one, we just need to add an extra star to each of these. Let's see what happens when we run NPM lint. Let me go fix that over here. So this should be -p. Whoa! Okay, how do I tell JS hint what to ignore? Let me go take a look back over here. So what I want to look for is where we have JS hint -c. Okay, let me try that elsewhere. Okay. So we're just more selective about what we give it. That won't work in this particular case. Okay. Node modules star. Got it. Let's try that one. Okay, so I don't understand why it's doing this. JS hint ignore. Do I need JS hint -- help? Ignore. Exclude. It's got JS hint ignore. So maybe the problem is that it has an include. So I need to have. So it's including all of these. And so maybe because it's manually including them, it overwrites the ignore. So I need an exclude. Like this. All right, let me try running it from the command line. Let's see what people have to say. I'm guessing that this doesn't work, and that's why it's downvoted. Hey-oh! All right. So now that's working. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, because that didn't do anything. All right, let's give this guy a point here. I don't know if that's true, because I think that in my .js_hentrc it does have node true, so that's not enough. So this one does not work. So we're gonna okay. Edited to be correct, since this is the highest upvoted answer. So I'm going to try one other thing here. Let me try this. JS and ignore. So let's go ahead and put delete me. There we go. So now if I run this, I should get garbage. And then I'm going to change the package JSON one to have the correct exclude. And let's see if that works. Exclude equals. All right. Let's see if this works or not. All right. Updated to be correct, since this is the accepted answer. It's important now more than ever to update the answers on Stack Overflow, because that's what GPT is learning from. Do you want to get bad answers? No, you don't. So this is no longer correct, probably since before 2015, but certainly not in 2023. Updating to include correct info so that GPT's well, Can I just delete this? I just want to delete this. Can I, what does flagging do? Okay. It's simply not correct. And in the age of LLM, the less incorrect info out there, the better. No, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, this has an upvote and it shouldn't. Didn't they pay Stack Overflow for API access though, or do you think they're scraping? Unclear, because the copyright of Stack Overflow, I don't think that it's. So what GPT is doing is it's not illegal because it's not direct copyright infringement. So the Stack Overflow, and yeah, I would think that they're scraping it. I would think that they're just letting it, because it scrapes the whole web, right? I don't think they're going to get specific API access for every little thing. They could, I'm sure, but I don't think that makes sense. They want it to be generic enough to look at web pages and interpret them and try to figure stuff out, right? But yeah, so the license that you, under the license that you agree to when you use Stack Overflow, I don't think that they have the right to resell your data. I could be wrong. I get a negative point for downvoting something. That's kind of a good system. It costs you to downvote. Anyway, if you want to go downvote the, here, go upvote the question and downvote the answer that's just plain wrong. And upvote the answers that are now right. This is what it's like when you're over 9,000 on Stack Overflow. You just go in and edit answers. Okay, so I kind of lost track of what I was doing while I was testing these things, which is fine. I mean, this is kind of a me day. So I did my work before I leave for vacation. And so today and tomorrow, I get to just have some time to do what I want to do, which I think is great. And so I don't have to have a specific, this has to, I don't have to be efficient at this. I can meander. I can do what I want to do. Okay. JS hint ignore. So there is an ignore format. I don't know if this actually follows it, but there is .* ignore files are a thing. All right. So we're getting that up to date. So let's go ahead and we got the JS hint going here. I'm going to remove the TypeScript for now. We're going to come back and we're going to add that back. But I'm going to remove it for now. And then I do want to have, I think I had in an issue the way that shell check is supposed to be run. And I just need to get that put into the repo. I think there was a how to contribute or something. Oh, this was actually reverted. Reverse that. We are POSIX. I think that all the files have been linted now. And yeah, so shell check. Where was my there is somewhere documentation for how to add is it like a contributor guidelines or is it the contributing document? I think it might be the contributing document. Do we have contributing in here? Contributing. Okay. Shell check. There we go. Vacation, huh? What are those like? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Isn't that exciting? Going to answer one of the age-old questions that nobody knows. I'm not even moving to Europe. Yeah, okay. So here's a utility that I would like. I would like a utility that returns back the number of stars that you need for various tools. So I want to do pipe fd rg .sh, right? And I want the utility to come back with telling me the maximum number of slashes on a single line. Well, no, I just, what I want it to do is return back everywhere that one of these is found. I want it to return back this string. I want a utility for that. And then to be able to ignore certain things as well. Okay. So just that many. All right, fair enough. Cool. And I think that both of these are ones related to one. I think one is unused path and the other is, okay, reference but not assigned. Yep, that's a good one. And then what's this other one? Foo appears unused. Yeah, they're both related to something being unused. All right, cool. So that's good. Cool. What is doer? All right, that was just me literally checking stuff myself. All right, so this one. Hmm. Let's see if I can exclude file. Hmm. Hmm. Whoops. All right, so with file sh, we probably need to get rid of that. Okay, I was just yeah, I see. Yeah. This is cool. I remember this one. That was just a little testy McTest test that I was doing. Okay, so we're gonna run this and we're gonna fix stuff. I'm hoping that that one problem won't screw me over so bad. Okay. So, okay. Fix that one. Okay. Oh, wait. That was it? That was the only error. Okay, let's do echo status, and it has 2. Inappropriate file type. Is there a way to xargs this, or what can I do here? I think what I got to do is just get rid of that one right there. I shall check help severity, minimum severity of errors to consider, error warning info style. All right, we're going to go back to style and run again one last time. Whoops. We're going to shell check and JS hint. Whoops. All right, so that one's coming back clean bill of health. This one's going to have a couple of problems, and we're going to fix them. So we'll just go through each of these. Been banging my head against the CLI parsing library over what should be stupid bugs for at least the last 4 months. I understand why there are so many CLI parsing libraries. Oh, the Europe comment got a chuckle. Yeah, so my wife is European, and her brother has a vacation like every 3rd day. Every single time we talk to him, oh, they're going on vacation. Like, does he work? Who pays the bills? But actually, I haven't. It's been at least 6 months since the last time that I've heard them talking about a vacation. So there is that. Okay. So let's scroll on down here. Cyclomatic complexity is too high. All has an any type. Okay, I'm going to need to undo this JS config thing for a bit. We will type this one day, but today is not that day. And I don't know that we can really reduce the cyclomatic complexity of this thing. So somebody give me a suggestion for this, but this is one of those things where, I'm sorry, this is what the complexity is. That's it. It is the complexity. Okay. Was it JS hint? Ignore. No. Max complexity is 1000. And then we'll try with 100. And then we'll try with 25. And we'll try with 15. That should definitely take it too low. Okay. So 20? As it's 22? 21? All right, so that one, no change. We're just accepting that that's a complex function. America! I'm on year 3 with 0 days off. Just lost my assistant, which means that time frame isn't going to shorten. And I just had a baby 8 weeks ago. Merca. I'm all right. I'm going to throw this back on you, unfortunately. And I'm going to say that is a you problem, right? You have got to solve that problem in your life for yourself. You, I believe, have the power to figure that one out. Okay, so arch. This arch is really never used? Okay. Time to pick up my son. Have a good night. All right. You have a good night too. It's probably about time for me to go in for dinner. Let me check my phone and see if I've got any messages. All right. Okay, should this module be named OS or OS? I'm going to go with OS. I don't know why I had that there. I must have had that there for a reason. Spawner. Eh. All right, I'm confused. I did fix SH files, did I not? Oh. Okay, so now let's get these in alphabetical order. Test will go last with a little this thingy. J comes first. I kind of want to put the thumped and the lint down at the bottom. I'm going to do it. We'll see what happens. Okay, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, E, F. So there's my bunches of things. I could also do it in reverse. I could just put all the junky ones down at the bottom. By junky, I mean these are all the dependencies. So we could put the really simple ones up top and put the more complex ones down bottom. Just have a nice, you know, bloop. All right. Update npm. Okay, what else? This extra one had the TSC stuff. I'm not ready to put that in there. Well, I guess I kind of am ready to put it in, kind of sort of way. I'm not really ready. Okay. Bumped lint test. Thank you, sweetie. I'll be there in just a couple minutes. Um, uh, okay. I just sent a message. Okay, so. DLM config. All right, so update prettier config. All right, cool. So some checks have not completed yet. That's awesome. I'm coming. I'm just saving my work and I'm coming right over. Oh my goodness. Such a slam. And then what I want to do is I want to figure out how to get that other guy's changes into this commit as well, so that he's in the committer list, because I decided to go a different way about it. But I could hopefully still get his Husky stuff in. Maybe I can I don't know. I don't know exactly what to do there. Is that all that's necessary? If that's all that's necessary, then I can just get that, then I'll rebase on top of that and bring this in. But anyway, I've got to go. I'll catch y'all later. Like, sub, follow if you want to. I'll pop up the like my Bob. If we do have people on Twitch, I think that we just have people on YouTube right now. But if we have people on Twitch, then we'll raid. Let's see. No, nobody. It doesn't look like anybody's on Twitch. Or maybe we got 1 or 2 people on Twitch, but that's not really where it's at right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and go. I will probably, well, hopefully I'll be back on later to continue with this and get through more of the pull requests. I was hoping to spend the whole day on this, but I was in prep for this. I was getting my work done last night, and so I stayed up till 3 and yada, yada, yada. And so that didn't work out the way that I do. Anyway, catch you later. Adios.